Hey folks, it's Rick from DreamSideOut. I thought it was probably about time I make another video and let y'all see what I've been up to lately. Well, I'm going to get back to my art videos. I had the final sequence of the 3 videos that I was making about the drawing, and I haven't posted the final one yet. It's still kind of in production, let's say. But I thought I'd let you all know what's happening with me. As you probably know, you've probably heard from other van dwellers that there's been a big, huge snowstorm in the western Washington and on the west coast in general. Even California got hit pretty good down in the Sierra Mountains. We had like a couple weeks here of snow off and on. I think it accumulated up to, several feet of snow cumulative, and I was just socked in for a while, and it's finally melted off. Where I'm at right now, it's melted down to reasonable. I mean, there's not even any on the grass right here where I'm at, because I'm right by the bay. It's a little warmer around this area than other places up north. But just to let y'all know, I did fine during the snow in my van, even without insulation. I had a few nights where it was pretty cold. It got down to 10 degrees one time, and there was frost on the ceiling. And so during this little experience, I thought of a few upgrades I'm going to make. One is I think I'm going to put a little bit of insulation on the ceiling, like I had thought I possibly would do anyway. I have the Tyvek over the bed to keep condensation from dripping on me, but I think a little bit of insulation on the ceiling will help too. And the other thing I'm going to do is I got one of these. This box behind me is one of those Chinese diesel heaters that I got off of Amazon. I have seen a couple of other YouTubers using those Chinese diesel heaters in their vans, and they've been working pretty good. So I thought I'm gonna hook one of those up and see how it works. Obviously, it would have been nice to have that heater running during the snowstorm, but I think there's enough of winter left where I will get some use out of it anyway. And now, there's a couple things I like about this kind of a heater. I haven't opened the box yet. One of the things I like about it is people always ask, why do you want diesel? Propane is cheaper, Well, there's some things to think about here. Number one, propane heaters, the cheap ones like the Mr. Buddy heater and those kind of things, they use the air inside of the van for combustion. So you're using oxygen inside your living environment to create the flame, and then of course the byproduct is things that cause other trouble, like you get a lot of moisture and that kind of thing. Although they work pretty good, still in all there's things like that. And propane, I've always been leery of running a propane heater all night long. Any kind of open flame or that kind of thing that's inside the living space with me. And the propane is volatile. It's gas under pressure, and if there's a propane leak, you can create a fire, an explosion, and all kinds of stuff with propane. So it's kind of crazy stuff, really. I've been quite leery of it. Most of the time when I use my propane heater, I have either the back door open, or I just use it for short periods of time inside the van. But there are times when I'd like to be inside the van and stay a little warmer for a longer period of time, and have a heater that I can just keep it on indefinitely without using up the oxygen in the space. And that's what I like about the diesel heater, is it has the air intake, it goes to the outside of the van, and the exhaust goes to the outside of the van. So you're pulling air in for combustion from the outside and not using your oxygen inside the van. And also any exhaust, so any carbon monoxide or any bad stuff goes out of the van. So all you're really doing is circulating the air through the heater inside the van, and that would, I'm hoping that will have a couple of effects. One, it'll make a nice airflow, and secondly, it will heat up the air and help reduce, manage, let's say manage the moisture in the air better than a propane heater does. But we'll see how it works. I have to think through a little bit how I'm going to install this, because it's a little bit not as straightforward as having a buddy heater that's just a plug and play type of thing. This has to have some installation to it. So I guess what I'll do here is I'll just open the box. I'm not going to show an installation video right now, but I'll just go ahead and open the box and see what's in it, because I haven't opened it yet. So right on top they have the gas tank. This is what you put your diesel fuel in, I guess. Looks like there's something inside the tank. Let's see what that is. There was a clamp sitting in there, so I'll set that port aside for a minute. This looks like some kind of mounting plate. Some instructions here. There she is. Wrapped in bubble wrap there. And that's the size of the heater right there. It's the 5 kilowatt, I believe. I hope that's the one I got. What I thought I was getting. But anyway, there's the exhaust ports there. The intake. I don't know which. This is the intake, and this is the air coming out on this end. So. And here's a little meter with a controller, I think. That's what that is. I have to go through and figure all this out. This looks like the pump. So yeah, I'm going to put this all back too, because I'm going to pack it back in there. Then we have another box in here. Like some hoses and clamps and stuff. Ducting. Yeah, there's a flexible duct. Looks like the exhaust ducts in there. There's that. Have a look in there. Some stuff, right? There's the nozzle for the heat coming out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This will be kind of interesting to install this whole thing and get it hooked up. I have to do a bunch of little tasks, you know. I think I already have a place to put it. So if you remember, I made these benches on the side of the van, and right now I just got a bunch of junk in there, some scraps of wood and stuff. But I'm thinking that what I want to do is have the heat come out right here. So the heater will fit just fine inside the box. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the tank. I got to think about that. I can possibly put the tank outside or underneath the van. I don't know. It'd be nice to be able to fill the tank from the outside. You know, that would be kind of cool if I could figure out a way to do that. Put a spout going to the outside. But that could possibly end up being more trouble than it's worth, too. So anyway, I have to think that through. So there's a little bit of thought that I'm going to have to go through to kind of design the system. Because this is like installing a furnace in a house. It's basically the same thing on a small scale. And that's why I kind of like this kind of heating concept. Yeah, I saw this heater on one of the YouTube channels, by the way. It was Chad, living the van life. Chad, he did his demo. I'm sure everybody's seen that one by now. He gets lots of views, so I'm not showing you anything new here. But I got the, I thought it was a great idea, and I've wanted an alternative heat source for a while, and I think I decided to just jump into it and get this put together, and then I'll have it, and I'll still keep my buddy heater around just for a backup. But yeah, it'll be interesting. So I'll take you through that another time on the installation and show you how I'm doing it. And by the way, I hope you all have stuck around on my channel. I appreciate all my audience. I'll be putting out some more videos again here, getting cranked up again. So with that, have a good one.